I'm in the 7th grade, and I've been in chorus for half a year.
Okay, just 1 second. Thank you.
She's in folk song, but...
Okay. Say it's Shania? Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for singing. You're doing a beautiful job. I could tell you were paying attention to the phrasing consistently throughout the whole piece. And like I told somebody else, that's sort of the key for the audience to sort of plug into the song, right? If you separate it all into little tiny sections, that's how we take it. It's a bunch of little separate notes. And so, you really made it easy for us to connect with the music. So thank you. Your breath support's very good. The only thing you need to be careful about that is be careful that as you start to use up all the breath, that you're not squeezing the last of it out, right? You want to, because it's still there. You have the same amount, whether you squeeze it or not, right? Like you can't get more out by squeezing it, right? It's like if you got toothpaste and you're trying to get the rest of it out. Well, squeezing harder doesn't make more toothpaste. It just makes you work harder, right? So when it comes to singing, it's all just going to come out when you need it. So just don't allow yourself to sort of, as you get to the end of a phrase, okay? But the thing I would really like to sort of work with you on right now is to get a pure head tone and a little bit taller vowels. So let's start from the beginning, and I'd like to hear you just speak the first 2 words, or first 3 words. Say to the sky.
To the sky.
And when we sing, we want to raise the soft palate and use taller vowels. So the first sound's not going to be to, it's going to be to, right? To, so say to.
To.
There we go. Now say all 3 words. I know this is weird. Say to the sky.
To the sky.
Better, but you just went to the sky. And I'm going to go to. Say, can you hear the difference between to and to? Can you hear the difference? Good. Now say to the sky.
To the sky.
Good. You're still not all the way there on the to the way you were when you said it alone. So say just to.
To.
There we are. So now when you put the sky after it, can you keep it that same way? So slow it down a little bit. Go to the sky. Speak.
To the sky.
Good. Your to was beautiful. So now we're going to raise the soft palate for all 3 sounds. Okay, your to is beautiful, just the way we want it. But you went to the sky. Do you know what this shape I'm trying to show you with it's my mouth, right? To, and we go to the sky. Right, that sort of cupped shape in our mouth. Imagine that you've got, do you know what like a ping pong ball looks like? It's like pretty small, right? Imagine not a real ping pong ball, because you can't sing with anything in your mouth, right? I mean, that's not possible. But imagine that you've got a ping pong ball sort of like in the middle of your tongue, and it's just that much space is in your mouth. What would happen is that you put it in there, and your mouth would have to go right. You'd have to like get that sort of raised middle, the roof of your mouth would have to raise up. So can you just imagine that for a second? Ping pong balls on your tongue, and now say ball, ball, sky. There we go. So now can we sing just in slow motion? Go to the sky. Are those the right notes? Oh, to the sky in slow motion, and don't go on. Here we go. Ready and.
To the sky.
Oh, I love the to and the ska, but you went to the, and you sort of lost it on the word the. So to the, that middle word is the, not the. Okay? So do it one more time. To the sky and.
To the sky.
Beautiful. Now we're going to apply that exact same thinking to everything. Does that make sense? That's the hard part. You know, when you put it under the microscope and go, aha, this is how to make it happen. But now I'm asking you to apply the same information and transfer it to the next part. So what would be your next sound? Would it be from? Would that be a raised soft vowel? No, what about the? Is that raised soft vowel? No, what about this? From the. There it is, right? So I think you know what I'm talking about. Well, let's see if you can do. Here we go, right where you come in. 1, 2.
To the sky.
From the beautiful. Oh, keep going. I loved it. keep going now that you've got it. Ready? 1, 2.
To the sky from the earth in long deep light. Hear the hills show green. Hear the rush of spring.
Keep going.
So away with
That's now you really have the right idea. When you get up there, it's sort of a different part of your singing voice a little bit. So I would like to sort of, this is where I think I can help you with your head tone a little bit. Can we get it a little bit more going upward? And I'm sorry, I think it might help if I sing it just a little bit. So instead of so away, can we get so away? Say woo. Oh, I love how you're doing this with me. Can you use more energy so that it's possibly more embarrassing to do that? Because you're putting yourself out there a little bit more. Say, away. Well, that much energy. Say, away. There we go. So away. You got to really power that. Not with muscle, but with breath. Here we go. 1, 2. So away. So when you get to the, it's not, it's the. Don't ask me to sing like that, and I'm for real, but here we go. 1, so away. So away. Okay, good. So when you put all that breath support in there, it really sort of opened up, and it made it seem like wow, she's got a whole lot of voice in there, you know, and you absolutely do. So please keep singing. You're doing a beautiful job. Thank you.